All right. Go ahead and tag everybody. There we go. All right. We're on live. Sorry about the delay, everybody. I think we're good to go. What's up? Oh, oops. What's up? What's up? What's up? I think we're online. Thumbs up in the chat if you guys can see me, hear me. I think we're good to go. I'm waiting for it to come in. Unable to connect to chat, please. Uh-oh. We'll see. It says my chat is disconnected. Is that true? Oh, weird. Okay, let's restore the chat. That's weird. Okay, well, let me go ahead and pop this out. So it says that you guys I can't see your messages until just now. How weird is that? Okay, well, no matter. Let's go ahead and get going. Lots of people already hopping in here, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Do a little recap over to this weekend, and really just take your guys' requests. So as you guys know, I'm going to keep my watch list in particular short and sweet. It is more important to be going over these type of things in the morning. I will let you know what I'm watching, but yeah. So let's see here. All right, there we go. Chart. Oh, Apple Realty Income Corp. Apple, please, 115 or $150 call. What's up, Tony? Good evening. All righty, cool. It said around 7:45. What's that? All right, let's go ahead and mirror that up. Sorry, guys, have to set up all the streaming devices. There we go. I got to tack the SHIB request this weekend, so I'm not charting SHIB this evening. So, all right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. No delay here. So we're gonna go ahead and go live on the news. Just a quick recap over the weekend, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into your guys' request. Brief overview of the watch list. So one thing to look forward to this weekend is, of course, we have earnings coming up. You guys can see, let's see right here, of course, pull up that economic calendar and then go to our stock twits. So this is the weekend that we're going to be having a little bit of an uptick, but as we approach the real earnings season. So we have a little bit of bigger names. We have, JP Morgan Chase, Delta, BlackRock, those kind, but really kicking off after this Friday with a fully loaded earnings after that. So I'm wondering and obviously anticipating a potential run up into earnings. A lot of times earnings can be a really choppy situation. So in order to kind of get a general direction of things, Monday will be a good deciding factor in that. So, but as you guys can see, we're going this week, not as obviously loaded, but 141 companies on Thursday of next week and Friday 135. As far as economic calendars, we do have factory orders, low impact, of course, Tuesday, low impact. So that's good. No news is good news in this case. October 6th, same thing. And then, as always, job claims, non-farm payroll, and unemployment rates. Going in after that, so looking over the indexes over this weekend, especially SPY. Let's we'll pull SPY up here. So we had the S&P up 0.98%. Last week the Nasdaq up 0.60%. The Russell down 35% or 0.35%. My God, that would be terrible. And the Dow Jones up 1.25%. So definitely seeing industrials take a little bit of an uptick here. So looking at SPY, look at all of our major indexes. We did finish with a major gap underneath us, and we did in fact go up straight up to resist, or excuse me, not a straight up to resistance, yeah, where we kind of have received a rejection. So I'm kind of anticipating a potential pullback to start the week if we don't gap up. So one of the things that could end up being really bullish is if we actually gap down. So if we gap down and gap down to our gap, there's a high probability that we'll bounce immediately and fill that gap and then hopefully push us up to the upside. But besides that, so in the crypto world, STX.X, I guess, is up 58.2%. Was trading on stock twist this weekend. We also had one XRP, which unfortunately XRP I think is just been replaced. Another company chose Stellar instead of XRP. Damn, that coffee is hot. Hey, how's it going, everybody? You're not. You're not what? Is the market open tomorrow? Yes, the market is open tomorrow. So if you guys have any questions here on YouTube, what's up, everybody? Daughter's feeling a lot better. I appreciate that. Thank you for asking. I really do appreciate that. It's very nice. She is fluctuating with a fever back and forth. So yes. So Big Stepper, thank you so much, dude. Uh, yes, that is important to remember. Remember, if you have a cash account, the funds. So if you traded on Friday, all right. So this could have something to do with low volume on Monday, which means you guys probably should stay away from scalping and that stuff if we don't have volatility that we need. But cash is not going to settle until Tuesday. I've had many days where we've opened up like that and people have been freaking out. So what did you miss about SPY? Just rewind it. We'll go over SPY if you'd like me to. That's not a problem. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. The link is in the bio. If you guys are looking to hop on the YouTube channel with us. So what are the targets for tomorrow? I'll go into the chart. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a brief overview, but we'll go fully into our charts here, as we do have some rather interesting setups here that are obviously going to have to be dealt with. All of them have rather interesting setups here. So anyway, other than that, some of the top watches for me, SQ. This one did pull back rather hard, and one of the setups that I was kind of showing people, and we're going to have to fix this up just a little bit. So let's go back to the hourly. So I actually swung calls on Square, and those are ones that I may end up averaging down on. But as you can see here, and this is kind of intuitively how I chart things, especially when we are at a major support. So as you can see here, we make a high or low each time we pull back, and there's almost like this natural angle. So it looks to me as if that is an established support. And as you can see on Friday, we finished right around there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we even saw a gap down to 236.50, in which so I'd probably scalp that gap in order to get out of the trade positively, because I did swing into today. I am fully ready. I did also have a good hedge on Square, so I'm obviously ready to hedge myself as well. So hey, want to check out Hut 8? Nice covered handle hourly, could move likely with Bitcoin. Yeah, for sure. I'll check it out. How's it going? If you guys are on TikTok, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see your guys' comments. I'm more focused on YouTube. Those of you on YouTube, I am obviously going to be taking some requests that are in the Discord first. So those of you who drop your requests there, we're going to go ahead and get started on those in just a moment. Second one that I'm watching here is Lulu. So this one is going to likely fall further, and that's okay. So what I'm anticipating here, I see there's obviously a pretty well respected support here. So I'm anticipating Lulu to actually drop down. And as you can see, it lines up perfectly with this little support here. So I'm pretty pumped about that. So hopefully we'll get a nice bounce on Lulu, even if it's just a simple retest of the $390, $400 level. But I would anticipate even a potential test and downtrend. So watching for two bounces, Square and Lulu, to make bounces off of support. I also, of course, Oracle did have that good news, guys. And I wanted to, recap this play. And it's really the only recap that I'm going to give you guys because I don't want to waste your guys' time tonight. I want you guys to get your charts done, but I do really think that this is something that if you guys didn't hear me last time or didn't see this live, this is really, really important to look at. Okay, so and again, this will be the last. I'm not going to drag this out. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. So on Oracle, and I've had a lot of people ask me already, am I going to short Oracle? Probably not. And yeah, Tyler, I got you on that one. And the reason why I'm not going to be shorting Oracle is because I don't like to go against the grain. I just like with because I'm always looking for a catalyst, there's no reason for Oracle to go down unless it breaks trend. As you can see here, a very obvious break in trend, and therefore it drops. But here in this case, I would need to see the same thing. Now, if you did short Oracle, you guys did, of course, a couple of you guys heeded my warning. You guys can literally see that I put fake out right here. And all day I saw, Twitter, which it's fine, I get it. But this is a true testament to not chasing green candles because once a play has run, leave it alone. All right. It's like trying to dig through the trash for scratch offs. Like one person may get lucky, but probably not you. So another thing to take mention here is the percentage, I guess you could even say the percentage average that Oracle is putting on as far as, and really, if you look at it, it's kind of a clinic here. So the first pump off of support, 86 or $87, you get a 3.5% move to the upside. Moving to the next move to the upside, of course, you have just a minute there where you wait, bounce off of a support, and then you can see another 3.1 move. Then moving on to the next one, 3.5. Obviously 3.45, but same thing. Then moving up 3.1. So these are really interesting things to take note of whenever you're trading. Go back and look at what it takes to move the stock and how does it move. That's how you find stocks to put on your watch list. By looking at how they move, do they move in a fashion that you can profit off using your strategy? Perfect. Add it to the list. There's not going to ever be a perfect ticker. You're not going to find the one. If you do, it'll just as quickly as it comes, it will fade. But anyway, well, unless it's Apple or something like that, but or the future Apple. But anyway, so Oracle, that's really what I wanted to recap there. Again, yeah, I've tweeted this out. If you guys want me to send you this chart, it's just something that you can go back and do this to your own charts. So, God, what does scalp to cap mean? I want futures to believe we can bounce in the morning. Yeah, I would mind futures pulling back. And this sub daddy, dude, I got two kids, man. Y'all weird. Not just playing. Okay, so anyway, really awesome thing to go back and look at. So, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the yes, of course, we'll take your guys' request here in just a moment. So, we're gonna. Is everything okay? Is that you, Peyton? Hold on, I heard my front door, guys. Too paranoid for this. Hey, is that you, Peyton? Please open the front door. I'm tripping. All right. Maybe I shouldn't be live, man. Going crazy. Okay. What's up, y'all? If you guys have any questions, guys, I'm on YouTube right now. That's where I'm going to be able to take your request. Thank you guys. If you guys are leaving likes, I do appreciate it. Just hop on the YouTube, leave your request, and I will go over it in just a moment. Gracias. H bar, I actually saw a potential pullback on H bar. Can I do the little lad dance? Yes, but that is extra. That is outside of the Discord, Patreon. Those are $500 for the little lad dance. 650 in a bathing suit. All right. Anyway, so the first one is Netflix. I don't know why I just spelled it out. Also, keep in mind, be careful about doing that because I also have noticed that when I go to the store and go to buy apples, that I do type AAPL in rather than Apple like it's supposed to be spelled. Okay, so I did have a little bit of a speculative pattern here on Netflix. Looking at it now, you are pulling back. I was looking at the chart here, trying to see whether or not I'm stretching things a little bit too far, and of course, I just changed time frames. But I have settled on Netflix hitting or has tapped support or resistance, excuse me, and that happened at 647, basically almost 650. And I've been noticing that we fake out um, right before psychological numbers. But with Netflix, unfortunately, y'all, and this is unfortunately, we kind of have a lower time frame head and shoulders. So you can see here, and I'll pull this over, lower time frame, meaning it's not going to have a larger impact over the overall trend. But because it is up against its resistance, there's a good chance to potentially fall. So I would say anywhere below 628, and I'm going to go ahead and say 625 even, more than likely you're going to pull back. And if you look at the channel that it's in, of course, no immediate pullbacks, but you could see Netflix anywhere around 615, 600. Now, in the bull case, because of course we always got to look at things from both sides of the perspective, if it was to happen to break above 637, I believe the head and shoulders would be blown. And then potentially you could go for a simple retest of resistance. But unfortunately, Netflix does look like it is a bit tapped out at this level and may pull back for a retest of that support. So, and again, there's that support right there. Can I look at Harmony One? Yeah, there's a couple of you who know it. Like I see the money thing, and I just like it's like screams at my eyeballs. It's reading right on my screen. Uh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that one. Just give me one moment. So anyway, that's Netflix. It's pretty much range bound. Does have a bit of a bearish reversal pattern here. You could say the RSI does look like it's a bit gassed out. Same thing with the TTM squeeze. TTM, the higher the bars, the more the momentum. Okay, just a quick definition, just so you know. And as you can see, momentum is dissipating. You are approaching earnings in just a little while. So that's going to be, it would be preferred to pull back and potentially run into earnings, making that new high around 675. So that's Netflix. Of course, looking at it from both sides of the coin, but that's kind of what I would figure there. And then as far as Affirm, okay, so I made, and I did see there was a handful of people who were trading this one to the upside. I do know that there was even some people who took this for a swing, and I'm debating with myself. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be honest with you on this one, whether or not we are there, and this is the channel that we are currently set up in. If this is the case, then you would probably see, and this is why I've gone down, you can see we're literally a micro fraction away from tapping that resistance. But right here, you get multiple wicks. So I am kind of anticipating a bit of a pullback due to the way that we've seen this channel move so far. And I know that a lot of retail is piled up into this, so there's also that potential there. Again, I did see a lower time frame. Hold on 1 second. Oop. There we go. So almost like an upwards channel here, but unfortunately, anytime I see something like this, and that is on a lower time frame, I'm going to go ahead and delete that top one. But anytime that I see this type of price action up against resistance, it's always a little bit worrisome. You can see a brief jerk down here. So I think the open is going to be one of the main things here tomorrow. If you open around 136 and hold 136, I believe that there is a good chance that you can break. But based off of the channel that I see, I don't see Affirm going too much higher. I would wait and watch for a rejection. If it climbs up and above my resistance, then all is well. So, and that's just looking at the dynamic support and resistance. You could also set a couple of levels for yourself. So that's a level that you would obviously pull back to. If you break back underneath this level, you would obviously pull back to this support. That would be 137.27. And then from there, if you flush and break this level, I imagine that you will go back down to the 115s potentially. So, and of course, you can see nice controlled movement there. So the way that happens is I can't tell you the time or the distance in which that'll take. But I also would like to bring to your attention one last thing is that you can see that as you approach this resistance, volume starts to squeeze or starts to rise. And the same thing kind of happening here. You see a really high spike in volume, and that volume sort of dissipating there. So I'm in Affirm at 131. That's a different question. What are you doing in here? Get out of my room. There's a what? Oh, okay. Love you. Anyway, just realized how foggy my glasses were. Can I do a TTM squeeze on TOS? Yes, you can. And again, anything with Affirm, if Affirm is a hot topic, then what I'm saying, anytime these patterns, it's a resistance for a reason, because if it plays out to be a resistance, you know, you'll see that rejection, and then again, all resistances can get broken as well. So, um, all right. So we got Affirm. Guys, I'm finishing the request here on Discord. We only got a few more. Um, but those are obviously priority. We've got Zoom. Quinn, is it okay? Which one would you rather do, Zoom or Tesla? I'll do one at a time and then I'll reel back around or post the chart for you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just give me 1 minute, guys, and I'll catch up with your chart. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in right now on the YouTube channel. If you guys here on TikTok, same thing. Come hop in the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys leaving all those likes. I do appreciate that a lot. Same thing with on YouTube. Thank you guys for leaving those likes. I do appreciate it. All right. Let's keep it moving here. You look like Reed from Criminal Minds. That is not the first time I've ever heard that. A long time ago, somebody told me that as well. Okay, so Quinn, did you say that Zoom or Tesla? Either? Okay, I'll do Zoom because you know that I'm gonna chart Tesla anyway, so um someone's gonna have me chart Tesla tonight. Okay, so I actually in agreement. I think there's a guy on Twitter, his name is Sakuna. I'm not sure what he does or is following or whatever the case may be, but he kind of sees the same thing that I do. And again, he had the same feeling of potentially stretching it. But this is kind of what I'm seeing here on Zoom. So, and we're gonna have to actually step out here a little bit further. So, all right, all right. So a a bit like a rising wedge. You can see very little momentum to the upside. Very bearish right now. Strong downtrend. In my opinion, even looking, and I know this is crazy, but even looking at this right here, and I would argue that this is the real resistance, right? This one's going to trump that one. Of course, this is a small channel on a lower time frame, but this downtrend right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, wicks off of that actually be the true resistance. So at the moment, you're not showing much of a bounce. You don't really have much volume. And you already have had earnings pass. I'm not sure when earnings is next for Zoom, but that's likely going to be something big for them to potentially put them change the direction currently for Zoom. But it does have a bit of a rising wedge, and on top of that, that rising wedge has a gap inside of it. So the goal, if you're looking to play this rising wedge, which of course you want to hope for some type of news, you could see one last tap down here and then a potential leg back up. And of course, with Zoom, I would highly recommend marking out your levels, because if it just goes for a simple gap fill, each time it legs up, it's not going to be the most pretty move to the upside unless it has a catalyst. So you're going to want to see, of course, this is a crackhead movement, so that's not necessarily what it's really going to look like, but you can see if you mark out these levels really clearly here, if I can find them. So we'll just do this. So here's a gap fill right here. So that would be, and it looks like that's a pretty gnarly gap. That's 12.5%. So the goal would be, of course, to break into and around that gap. More than likely, if there's low volume, what you would see here, and I'm not gonna say for sure, all right, because I very rarely try to give you guys like biased opinions of me or of mine, but I do think that winter is going to be tough. And it's not because I want it to be tough, but just looking at the reality of things, is everything is open, and we usually have a flu season. We usually have something. So in that case, you may see, I don't know about COVID restrictions. I don't know. Obviously, they refuse lockdowns. But oh my God, a limit. Damn, that's bullish. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says she supports eliminating the debt ceiling altogether. Wow, that's super bullish. But anyway, Zoom could see a recovery going into winter, if things start escalating in that manner. But again, there are some big money names that are still bullish on Zoom. The last thing that I would mention here is that because there's no strength here to the move to the upside, it is totally probable to push back down and hit 250, 245. Anyway, that's Zoom. So Riot. Woo! Okay, well, I know a lot of people have been looking at this one due to Bitcoin's movement, but I'd also like to remind you that it hasn't moved with Bitcoin. If you were to line these charts up together, falling wedge, sorry, a falling wedge. Why is Zoom falling so bad? It's a good company. It's because what moved it to the upside um was coronavirus. So that lockdown, schools being shut down, was what led it up, and then everything opening back down is what caused it to fall. um hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, if I'm missing anything here. Yeah, I meant to say falling wedge. I forgot. Yeah, there's a lot of patterns out there, my friends. Okay, so as you can see here, looking at the daily on Bitcoin and looking at the daily on Riot, two different pictures here. And I currently have this falling out of this pattern at the moment, and it's already fallen down to one major support and could potentially see one more leg down to 2050. Now, anytime I see movement like this, that's not super bullish to me, because this is obviously a level that you would want to bounce, and every time it's got pulled right back down for days, for an entire week. So the fact that it's not responding to Bitcoin is a little bit worrisome. The only thing that I can speculate in positive nature for um, Riot, because it does have that TTM rollover, the RSI does look a bit oversold, and the MACD looks to be rolling over, is hopefully you could see some sort of curl back over, just like I was talking about on Zoom. Anytime you get to these bottoms and there's nothing pushing it up and there's no volume, you want to start kind of just holding that support, and maybe even curling up with a little bit of momentum on your side. But right now, still very much in a downtrend, unfortunately. So I would speculate um, that around 2185 and 2050, you could see a major bounce if you break through that level. So um, Harmony One. So what is Harmony One? Harmony, is it this one? It's got to be that one. Harmony One USD. Obvious. Okay, so you're taking off right now out of a cup and handle. All right. Well, there's nothing to say here. You're in price exploratory mode, right? So now your main indicators are volume. If you know how to watch the tape or watch, that kind of thing. But this is pretty self-explanatory. Cup, handle, and a nice breakout here. So at the most, currently, I guess you have 23. You just started a new daily candle. So I would just wait. It looks like, yeah, you've retested the very same level that you've broken out. So it's testing that new level, seeing if buyers like this level. If they don't, watch it to reject. If you make it back down to 25, I guess that's 24.45, anywhere around this level here, you have risked the danger of pulling back. But at the moment, I would anticipate a lower time frame, flag to form something along these lines. So, and this could obviously extend itself, but that's that one. And then I think I got Affirm already. Amazon. All right, so Amazon, I think I already have this one charted. All right, so we do actually have this one charted. This one did gap up, guys, and just like SPY, it has a major gap to fill all the way to 32.60.50. That gap gets filled, you still have support right around the corner. So what I would want to see is I want to see a gap down. A gap down would allow you the chance to gap or to push through the gap and make your way up to the previous day's high around 33.75. Downtrend is currently up around that level of 33.65. So we'd like to see a push up there. You do have declining volume, but everything seems a little gassed out to the downside. So just wait for that gap down. Gross Knoll, that's a cool name. But anyway, that's what I would anticipate there. So, all right, I'm gonna break off real quick after I chart coin here, and then we'll keep it pumping here on YouTube. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys are learning. Just from watching me. A lot of the times I don't know, and sometimes I have to kind of stare at a chart for a second to really get an idea of what the chart is telling me. And not all the time does that come easy. So by watching me do this, you guys can kind of see what I'm looking for and look for key points that you may be able to see on your chart. So, look, please, technical analysis on Embracer on the Swedish Stockholm market. Okay. Um, all right, let's do it. So right here on coin, I am anticipating a falling wedge. I got you guys. If you guys are waiting for me to, if you buy support like Riot, hoping for a long and it goes down, breaking your support at the downside, but it doesn't hit risk, do you still sell? Wait, hold on, let me reread that. If you buy at support like Riot, hoping for a long, and it goes down, breaking your support to the downside, but doesn't hit your risk, do you sell? If it doesn't hit your stop loss, then that's exactly what it is. You don't move it. If it breaks the trend line, you want to be looking at the higher time frame trend lines if you're looking for a long. So okay, so anyway, Coinbase, a little bit of a falling wedge. For me, I really just think that you need to hold 245. If you hold 245 and kind of flatline here, pop up, whatever the case may be, but you just want to hold this level. If you do not, um, obviously Bitcoin moving up. So let me give you guys my honest opinion. Bitcoin could move up between now and tomorrow, and if that does, you know what I think happens on coin? Unfortunately, I think it gaps up to around 260 and then and then pulls back. Maybe even all the way to 245, but the first stop would be yesterday's close, which would be 250 4. So that's kind of what I'm anticipating here from coin. But overall, if you guys, I know some of you guys probably not like this, but I think that you have one more support bounce potentially here if you do see a rejection. So that's coin. All right, let's keep it moving here. I'm gonna just do O. Realty Income Company. Ooh, that's okay. Well, this one's not too terrible. So there you go. Nice little level right there. I should do Bob Ross type breakdowns. We're just gonna paint a happy little line there. And here, this is where the stock stays safe. You can be yourself in this channel. Okay, so hmm, okay. So I'll admit to you on this one, this is probably going to be one of the tougher charts for me. Reason being, that was tough. I'm not gonna lie, that was tough. Sometimes I gotta fidget around with this just for a second. I think this is just trading channel. Okay, so I'm going off on a limb here, and I'm going to say that this is the channel that O is trading in currently. That being said, there is the potential here. You are bouncing quite well off of this support, which you've seen before, off of a pullback. You've bounced here. My goal, and I'm pretty confident looking at the way that the respect is given here, you can see multiple wicks. You can see consolidation underneath. You see a correction here. You see a climb here. Once you climb above here, you head up. Nice bullish movement there. Beautiful bounce here. You do get within range. Again, another correction at this level. So this little middle line here, that linear deviation here, definitely showing some respect. My feelings are looking at this one that you're in still in a downtrend. So don't be surprised if you see one leg down here to 63. Otherwise, anywhere above that $70 mark here, and I actually think that you could potentially see new highs around 75. So I laughed too hard at the Bob Ross comment. Good. Um, how's it going, guys? Sorry. Yeah, I have a heart. There we go. Let me restart the stream here on TikTok. You're probably not gonna like that one. I just restarted it. All right. Roblox. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and move into this one. All right. So, oh my God, so many. So I've got Oracle already. Spy. That's one of the first ones. Okay, so Spy here. I have it in a downtrend. I think when you go to the daily, things become a little bit more clear here. This is not very bullish. I'll be honest with you. You have a gravestone doji, and then you have this daily candle here engulfing that. In my opinion, here it's very obvious. You have a gap to fill. So you have two scenarios here. You would like, I would, a bullish scenario would be a gap down around 435, and that would give you the potential to work that gap to the upside and then break out. Otherwise, if you open flat or you gap up, which would be worse, more than likely you're going to fall and you're going to fill that gap. So how did you make the standard deviation in trading view? So go over here and you'll see the parallel channel in your left-handed corner right here. And you can do a regression trend, right? So a regression channel. And this one I haven't really liked as much, but it does do this. It's not my favorite. I'll be honest with you. It auto generates itself, but not my favorite here. So come here, little shit. All right, there we go. So anyway, that's my feelings on Spy at the moment. So we'll update you on that one though in the morning. Okay. Spy, Apple. Okay, so 10-15. All right, so the same story as Spy as Apple. Oof. Okay, so this one's not that great. Okay, Yeah, wow, guys. Okay. Ooh, I love technical analysis. Sweet, sweet. Okay, so look at this. Okay, this is sick. I knew that this resistance was going to hit before it hit. And the reason why is just angles. I don't know why I don't see more people talk about it, but whenever you see this at a high, there's something there. Draw a line, pull it down, even if it's purely speculative. That is one of the big things there. If um oh, I have no idea with crypto. To be honest with you, I would go to the crypto night guys or something. Um, I've heard good things about H bar, stuff like that, but I'm not really sure. I just don't want to give you a bad answer. So you are flat up against downtrend, and one thing that I don't have up right now is, oh man, there it is. So you can see, look at the 500 HMA here. Ooh, let me go to the hourly time frame. Never mind. Okay, that's really unusual. Hold on one second. So let's go back to the hourly. Let me pull up my EMAs. Let me get rid of the HMA. Okay, so oh yeah, this makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, so we are up against that hourly 200-day EMA, and as you can see here, guys, and I'm gonna keep this, I'll just keep it straight up with you below 142.50, and you're likely gonna pull back to 142 with SPY. Remember, SPY has a gap to fill. Now, if you go out here on the daily on Apple, there is actually a very, very small gap to fill as well, just a little bit, all the way to 142. So I would watch for a pullback on Monday to 142 flat. Anywhere below 142, and unfortunately, we have a long ways to go to the 135. If you bounce and you can bounce and hold and SPY gaps down or whatever the case may be, and then allows us to work up into the gap, then I would like to, or I would say that that's bullish. You do have a falling wedge here, but this is also your first tap of resistance, and you could very well could go down. Could go down and touch support right around 137, even maybe 135, depending on. My target was 135 to the downside, so it is definitely a probability there. But anyway, that's currently Apple for me, hanging on by a thread. So let's keep going here. Um, Okay, so BA. I already did Amazon and Oracle. So there's BA, and I obviously those of you guys who've been charting or trading BA with me or watching BA as we've been waiting for this breakout here, you'll see that where we're at currently on the chart. So huge, huge deviation channel, major, major downtrend here coming all the way out from the top. Okay, I'll check out the 8. Yeah, for sure. So this one, y'all, it is so, so tightly consolidated underneath resistance. It will not go down. So the way that I have it right now is as soon as it can get above 228 and 230, we should see a significant move to this 240 mark. But right now, we're seeing so much fight at this level. I'm not quite sure that we're going to make it to the upside. You can see very weak TTM here. MACD is not showing a lot of strength, and the RSI is dead center. We are running into earnings, and honestly, that's bearish because every time we have earnings on Boeing, they don't tend to do very well, except for here. Oh my god, I'm really tired for some reason all of a sudden. There's a drink coffee and it's counterproductive. Okay, M is huge loss. M holding 150 option. M Macy's cherish. Oops. Um. So M tried to scalp that one the other day. Um. So M is currently at support. Sorry, this is the part that's Or you guys have to watch me struggle a little bit. Okay, so a little bit bullish here. You're close to a reversal. So look at this on the, okay, perfect. We'll look at this on the hourly because that way we can set triggers for ourselves. Okay, so right here, that mark is 22.75, 23.35. So this small zone here, and I would anticipate a potential inverse head and shoulders. Okay, so anywhere above that 20 to basically $23 mark, and looking at this daily time frame, you actually do have a gap to fill. I would anticipate another run up to, and I'm gonna call it 26.50. So it's gonna look, and this is just my opinion, of course, but just looking at the way things move, oftentimes. If you guys are talking right now or trying to get in touch with me, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Adam. Um, yeah, thank you, Adam. I appreciate you a whole lot, dude. Thank you so much. Best day trade simulator, trade station, or actually TOS is probably the best. Um, I've 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 used TOS before I used anything else when I was practicing and stuff. So I haven't used the trade station one, but so here major bounce off of support. I'm looking for a run here. Why am I looking for a run here? This could actually be a great play for small accounts if you do your due diligence, but there's a gap to fill. And that's what I would try and take advantage of here. So the gap starts at 24 and closes at 24.70. So yeah, I mean, if you can basically, I would say a good trigger point to watch Macy's again, 23.25, and get above that 9-day moving average there. So I don't know if that was what you were asking, but just finished my workout and this king pops up. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Um, good evening, everybody. The Dow, you want me to take a look at the Dow? Want to check out Hut 8? Sure. Oh, God. Some of your guys' screen names, guys, are just so much. I mean, how do I even tranny granny? I mean, now I gotta say it anyway, but like, still, that's just very clever. Took me by surprise. TA for SLP, coin LT. If you guys literally want to hop in the YouTube, I'm happy to take your guys' request, but unfortunately, right now, I am moving down the list right now. So, I want futures to bleed. Yeah. Okay. Moses, I'll answer your question here in just a moment. So Macy's, you know what I'm gonna do here? And I was just talking to somebody about this. I'm gonna talk to Heck. I haven't talked to Big Step yet, but I want to find at least two good tickers a week that small accounts or so one of the strategies that I think that I've been talked to or talking about the most for people with Robinhoods or people who are just starting out, and this is one that you can try. You can try it on Thinkorswim or and paper trade it. But the strategy for me is to find obviously a ticker like Oracle or something like that. Um, Macy's and find a good setup on it. And what I would usually do when I was building up Robinhood accounts from 500 to 10,000 or whatever the case may be, I was always swing trading because I was able to avoid PDT. And if anything, sometimes I could add a contract in the morning, take profit, and still avoid that PDT. So most of the time, what I would look for is swing trade. So rather than just trying to day trade, I would grab a couple weeks out and then I would buy a couple contracts underneath. So that way, if I did get a strong move, I could take profit on the contracts with shorter expiration. And then if my target was still being held and we were still in an uptrend, I could go ahead and let those runners run. So, but I'm going to be trying to focus on some smaller account plays if the market holds up or if the market shows me some type of strength in that manner. So yeah, so sorry, I was looking at Macy's. You watch Macy's though, anywhere below 22.30, you're probably not going to do that or pop up. So okay, so um yes, AMC is still, yes, they're going to try and continue to squeeze AMC and GameStop. They're still squeezable. The market unravels, so do they. Um, so what does a scalp to gap mean? So scalping the gap. So let's say that we were day trading and retail is pumping, consumers are pumping, and we break into this gap. You could go heavier with a shorter expiration and scalp a gap. So a gap is obviously when the price changes overnight and opens up at a new low, at a new high. If it's at a new high, obviously it's going to be a gap up. If it's at a new low, it's going to be a gap down. And so in this manner, you leave a gap, and those gaps oftentimes will get filled. 98 point or 91.4% of gaps, except for Sony's, get filled. So, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry if I'm putting you guys to sleep with my yawning incessant. So you do have a correction here. You kind of have to see through the noise on that one, but we'll let go of the support line because that's not the main focus here. So the main focus here, yes, you do have a potential handle. You're just 2 days away from your first rejection. You can see here when you make that first move to the upside, you have almost a whole week spent. Normally for me, I like to see my moving averages catch up. That way we don't have any lag. Again, the handle could end up forming a little bit stronger. I do see that you have a hourly flag, which is obviously beneficial. So I would set a very clear level. 1050 to the upside is obviously where you can start eyeballing position taking, and then 1062 at this wick, and then of course adding at that $11 break. But all in all, yes, it does have that cup type look, but I would also warn you to not get this mistaken with a double top, because even it's a rejection at the very same level that's going to give you that double top, and that's kind of what you're seeing here. So yes, I would agree more of the cup and handle, but than a double top, but it does look as if it could definitely break out past those levels. So um oh, thank you, YB and Jin Mini. All right, BBIG. There you go. Falling wedge. So watch for next bounce, maybe 450, and try and make your way. But that's kind of what I see there. Perfect trigger point is 585. You guys are typing new messages in the YouTube. I can't really see them, so I apologize. Can you do? Oh, I'm doing MRR no right now, my guy. So one thing to keep in mind about this one, it is up. Almost like it's outperformed like a lot of its competitors. You can see you're almost formed a head and shoulders, and then completely blasting off to the upside. I'm looking at it right now, and I would say that you're getting close to being at the end of your run. I would say 1635, but you have to look at the grand scheme of this. So let's go look real quick at the price range here. Isn't that scary, guys? So from the breakout level here, 10.3, from the breakout level here, 10.3. Look at that. Or excuse me, that's 11.5, not 10.3. Breakout level there. Same thing there. So I wouldn't, I mean, it looks like it rides the 9 and the 20-day EMA on the hourly. So I would just watch for that. For me, anytime I'm in a long-term trend, I usually find a higher time frame moving average that the stock likes to bounce off of, and that usually is my stop loss. Um, so right here, if it does continue to move as it has and make that 10.5 move, then you still have a good percentage of that move here to move to the upside. DRY scary, dry scary. What you talking about, Joe? All right, so I'm moving along here. Uh, BA calls over 229. Yeah, not a bad idea, but remember 230 is huge. Huge. Um, IBC, I don't know about that one, dude. It finally broke out of its its extremely long wedge to the downside. So it does look like it finally is moving to the downside. I again don't know what the hell they do or why they dropped so hard. But you are reversing to the upside. You don't have a lot of volume, don't have a lot of momentum. So unfortunately, this one's kind of just suspended in thin air. Oops. NTNX. Are you playing any of the banks this week? May. Yeah, I have some alerts on them. Guys, I'm on YouTube right now. You were well, I'm not. What was I thinking? What did I say on Baba? I'm wrong sometimes. If I was 100% right, then I'd be Warren Buffett. I don't trade OTC. Thank you guys. Link in the bio for YouTube request. I think there we go. I don't remember. I don't remember what I said about Baba, but one thing I said drop into 130. Well, first of all, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to stay in here, and then I'm just gonna boot you because obviously you're not here to help anybody, and you're just you know being that guy. But um, nobody can anticipate news like Biden saying that he's going to speak with the Chinese president, which is what this is riding on. And if nothing happens with that, then absolutely Baba dumps all the way to 130. You also have to think that China is thinking about going to war with Taiwan, and if that happens, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, but in the meantime, you can go figure it out somewhere else. So peace out. There. Maybe he had some let's see, how much is what are you talking about? Me? That's a weird question to ask somebody, dude. Um honest thoughts on Doge? I don't know, just put speculative money on it. There's nothing. I'll take a look at the chart maybe, and if I have time. It's not going to be a priority, unfortunately, though. Okay, so let's see here. That's what I see on NT and X. So pretty, I would say another bounce here and a retest at the very same level that you broke. So watch for a retest of 37 bucks, potentially going into tomorrow. If not, and this ends up not having any momentum, then you could end up flushing. But I would suspect to see a bounce and a retest. Maybe not even 37. If it's weak, 36 at 50. If it's stronger, 37. So, all right, let's keep it moving. Oh shit, where did that go? USO. Um, So, first of all, oil is approaching the COVID gap. There's a huge gap from $58 all the way to $68. A $10 drop that happened right there for COVID or during COVID. It's approaching that gap at the moment. Um, So looking at it from a like a long-term point of view, it has maintained a steady uptrend no matter what. Just honestly, I would just keep up with the OPEC data, but currently looks as if it's bouncing and riding the 9-day moving average really well to the upside. So I would just look for more of that. This one's relatively difficult to chart. It's obviously an ancient beast. It's more of those ones that I'm looking for certain levels to get broken rather than setting up dynamic supports and resistances. But I would anticipate seeing some resistance as you approach this gap. And again, that gap is going to start at 58.70 and close all the way to 68.50. So I would anticipate seeing your first rejection around 50, 56, 58. So let's look at Walmart. So I did Walmart the other day and I really couldn't believe it, but now that I'm looking at the chart, it doesn't seem so far-fetched. You definitely dropped something fierce right down to that support perfectly. It looks like 135. And you have now retested the very same level that you've broken. You've also retested the 200-day EMA, and you can tell by doing candlestick analysis here that you made a initial really strong move to the upside, hitting 140 and then dropping. So sellers stepping up and pulling this all the way back down to 139.24. Doji here on Friday, no movement to the upside. This is probably going to end up being more of a reversal candle. Than anything. So the goal would be to obviously hold the level that you're currently at, but I would anticipate, of course, a gap down would cancel this, but I would anticipate a pullback to 134.40 or a gap down to 134.40. If you can gap down, that's bullish. You push that gap to the upside and you could have for a good day there. If you don't and you open flat, you'll likely go and fill this gap to the downside below 139.50 or 38.50. So that's Walmart there. HD. No way. Nope, that's correct. That's a correction right there. Okay, so I'm looking at Home Depot here, and you're obviously showing a lot of resiliency at this support. This is a correction, so sometimes you kind of have to see through that noise. Um, you're really close to breaking out. So you got one or two things happening. You see kind of how Walmart did the same thing. It built this pattern and then eventually spilled over. So let the trade come to you. 320, it looks like 324, below 324 is very obvious level, moving down to the 320, 318 level. But more than likely, right? More than likely, you're going to see a pullback to the 200-day EMA if you break this support. If you do not, just keep your eyes on that 341 level. And if this ends up taking off tomorrow or this week, watch 338 and then that leg up to 340, 341. So that's kind of where I would watch and keep my eye on there. So let me add an alert. So that's kind of what I'm into. I see here on Home Depot. That's more bullish than bearish. I'm actually going to set a little alert on there for myself. All right, so Microsoft. Sorry guys, go look up the chart, and that's currently where I'm at right now. So yeah, you'll notice the same thing on Microsoft as Apple. Microsoft showing a lot more strength. Microsoft is actually a really great stock to trade, day trade, whatever you want to call it here. I see a major support, or not a major support, but a big support right here. So I am anticipating, I'm just going to keep this one relatively clear. I am anticipating a pullback to right around there. You see that 200. That 200 is sitting at 292.60, 291.65. I'm looking for a pullback there. Gap down, bullish. Gap up, bearish. But for here, this is what I want to see. And then from that point, obviously that's going to be support. I'd like to see another leg up. So, all right. Can I do, yes. Lucid. Eric, put everything you have into Quant Network right now. Eric, can you give me your first and last name so that way when I lose all of my money, I can never mind. Oh my God. Chill. Don't be telling people to wait, hold on. Oh, we can get the fuck out of here. Actually, Eric. Yeah. Peace out. I don't know how to ban people, but hide user. There we go. That's even better. Yeah, fuck off. Excuse my language, but you can fuck right off if you want to talk to me like that. Not here. Um, Eric 22. Oh, 1 second. Got you. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to send him an email later. Sorry about that. Let me I just had to go and boot him out of there. Okay, so why would he call me that? Why has it dropped so much and what's the support for you thinking it's bullish? Brad, what are you talking about? I'm not a. I see a bull flag on Microsoft though. So yes, yes and no. I don't really see this as a like strong flag. Um, just because it's a flag doesn't mean that it's going to be that flag that you want it to be. And another thing to mention here is you also have not quite sure. So yeah, you do have a very small gap there, but the main thing is that SPY and the Qs and Apple, all the stocks that run together with Microsoft have gaps to fill to the downside. So I would anticipate, even though it does have that bull flag look. And if you're wanting to play the bull flag, then I would just go ahead and set up your raise, right? So right there, and then right here, perfect. So now you have a perfect range. Set your alerts, right? So set it on this ray, set it on this ray. Now, if we gap down, right? If futures gap down, that's what I'm talking about. So
it smells bacon onion jam. So I need to try it. It smells good. It's a recipe she got, so I'm gonna try it. Just taking one bagels.
yeah, you go ahead and go, and I'll try it.
You try it. You should try it.
I'll try it.
Really good.
Is this just turned into fucking Fear Factor? Does not look good. Should I ask YouTube if this looks good? Does that look good?
It's
You guys like that?
bacon onion jam.
Want a bite?
It was a recipe.
You like that?
I'm pretty sure it was out of the magazine.
What is this?
Probably fantastic. You're judging it.
Oh my god, dude. It smells like Jim. Paws on onion. That's funny. Cat food. Let's go. That's funny. I can't. I'll try it. I'll try it at the end of the stream. We'll do a live review. What if we get sick? If we get 50 likes in here, 50 likes on YouTube, and hit the like button on here, I'll eat this, whatever that is. I'll take a bite. You guys can see me throw up on camera. Chicken jelly. I'm in Georgia. I know, man. Okay, so let's see here. I subbed, please chart SPY. CEO of WNBA. I charted SPY already. Go check that one out for me. I just rewinded a little bit. Okay, sorry, I'm scrolling up here, guys, trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, mRNA Roblox. I think I already did mRNA. You're very much at a support level. So at this point, I wouldn't try and like it's probably going to be some type of news catalyst. Yes, you do have a broken downtrend, but I have seen things kind of play out in a way where you can just as easily fall to the downside. So you can see right here. Oh, you actually haven't broken downtrend. I don't think. Hold on one second. Let me try this again. Okay, so you're right up against downtrend, but one thing that I'm speculating here, and I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, it's real. It's absolutely real. Okay, call me crazy. I don't care. Someone's gonna say something. Do you see this angle? Do you see where my 200? Um, can you guys hear? All right, we good? Sorry, my this bacon onion jam knocked out my internet. All right. Guys, I'm on the YouTube right now. That's where I'm taking all the requests. When I get done, I'll take a look at this. I'll take a look back at the YouTube. So, you probably hey Joe, chill. No more likes. No more likes. I'm not eating this bread, man. I didn't think you were. Oh, you guys are really pumping it up, man. Okay. Anyway, so oh my god, dude, that shit just I can imagine eating it. It actually kind of grossing me out just thinking about it right. Video but no audio. Okay, that's weird. Are we on? Okay. My Wi-Fi is making me feel poor. All right, are we good? All right, let's quietly throw the spread away and get back to it. Okay, good thing we're not near our like goal, so we're good to go. Okay, you know what? Now that I've had a second to look at it, y'all, we do have a little bit of a descending triangle. So yes, watch Moderna to break below this and drop down to that support and bounce there. So one or two things. Set that alert 315 to the upside, and you have a great gap fill to the here, all the way to 331, where you could see a tested downtrend. So, um, yes, yes. Your bread put a spell on the internet. If you guys want my harebrained, I'm not 100% sure, but you will see aurora borealises as low as New York today. We're getting hit with like one of the largest solar storms, like class something else that does affect the internet. I don't know how, or well, I know how, but like I don't know the full details of it. I have a friend who basically fills me in on that kind of stuff. But I have seen connectivity in that sense. So anyway, put my tinfoil hat back off. Um now I'm lost as far as where we're at. So I'm gonna try and just start with JPM. Everybody wants me to try it. I'm not trying this. There's only 36 likes. I'm not eating the bread. Looks like a murdered cat. Oh my god, dude, you guys are gross. Looks like somebody used that as toilet paper. You guys are gross. That's lit. Who's the meanest? Me. Um. Okay, so I'll do JPM because I'm trying to kind of confused as to where we're at on the chart. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so first of all, look at that. It's like fucking sizzle when you drop that support on there. Oh my god. That thing needs some milk. All right, it's about to need some milk. All right, here we go. Check it out. Entry, exit, entry, exit. Oop, that would be better exit. So, and this is only speculatory, but I would anticipate a flush through here, and then do your thing, and then flush. Obviously, if it's earnings, you may just pull off an entire move to the downside already. Daily time frame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would say 164.50 easy. But be careful. Obviously it's earnings, so hedge yourself. I see y'all creeping up on those likes on YouTube. Um I'm gonna restart the stream here on TikTok if you guys would like to just hop on the YouTube, but I'll restart this here, so just hop right back on. Um But anyway, yeah, so JPM looks pretty interesting. All right, I see PLTR. Just keep them coming, guys. I guess, just pester me. Okay, so I know it's really funny because some dude just told me it was just speculation, but here we are actually seeing this. So technical analysis is, of course, only there for risk management, right? To figure out the direction of the stock that we're trying to play and set stop losses, set entries, set exits, and look at the overall price action. So here on PLTR, I know a lot of people were bullish on it, but I saw the overall setup. This is a very strong support, and this 9-day moving average and support lined up perfectly for a massive rejection back down to the 200. So currently it does appear that PLTR may drop back down to support, which is $21. So watch for PLTR to drop to $21. And honestly, that could be a good small account play. Right now, it's holding the 200, and that's essentially what I would want to hold is the 200-day moving average here. Otherwise, you're gonna need to make a significant move to the upside above $26, period. So, um, I can smell this jelly bread, dude, and it's just making me kind of nauseated. Um, Experienced traders use mental stop losses and hotkeys. I do use hotkeys, and I also use mental stop losses. And with that, I'll be back. Okay. So I'm just restarting my TikTok here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that shit is strong, man. I am not eating this bread, dude. That shit smells like what's just not supposed to smell like. Yeah, you ain't getting those 25 likes, Joe. There's too many young people who care about me here. Nike. Man, call me a tool. So the last time that we talked about Nike, I believe that we were down in this range, correct? And I was saying that we needed to bounce off that 200 to go fill a massive gap to the upside. Well, here we are. And you did make a relatively bullish candle here. You would have liked to make a new high, and obviously lower volume Friday. I'm actually also seeing a divergence here, as well from the TTM, and you are curling up on that RSI. So I would speculate to see Nike around 156 before the end of the week. And really maybe even around 150, depends on how you move in that towards that range. But 157, 158, you do have a pretty large gap to fill there. 158.55. So um every time he thinks of that bread, it freezes. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I'm just reading some of your messages here. Okay, so Roku. Hey, chill with the likes, man. How many likes did I say? I said 50 likes, right? Smell them. What's a good way to learn graphing, chart graphing on my Discord? 50. I said 50. There's only 48 people watching, so we're Gucci. Yo, what's up? My screen is flipped. Yeah, my bad. Thank you. The people are on YouTube right now trying to get me to eat this fucking bread from back in I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they found this like buried somewhere in Georgia as like a present. Like, what is the book Holes? You know how they found the peaches? It's like that. That's how they found that. Because there's no way that somebody cooked that with intention. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably delicious. It just looks really intimidating, scary, and hardy. Too hardy for me. Hardy. All right. So I have been eyeballing the ever living crap out of Roku. It's just a disappointment. Everything it dishonors its family. It doesn't care about anybody but itself. And just really just failing me on every level. I will say that it is holding. It did break downtrend. It is holding this level, and like Microsoft, right? You'll notice a little bit of a similarity here between Microsoft and Roku. Watch them both to move exactly the same. So the same thing that I said on Roku, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say on on um on Microsoft, I'm going to say on Roku. So with Roku here, set the ranges. Let the trade come to you. So right there, obviously a level there, and then here, right at that top. So let this range break. If you do pull back, I would suspect a pullback to around 318, 320. So H bar is not doing very well on open. You know what's funny is I'm not much of a chart guy, but I tweeted out an H bar chart. I think like this weekend, and chill out, y'all, with the likes. Whoa, chill, big boy. Dude, listen, listen. If I've ever done anything for anybody here, you'll take those likes away. Yo, big stepper, that's out of line, dog. Uh, Moses, though, I would say just keep watching, man. Keep watching and ask questions as much as you can. Bother me, you know. Um, hi I alpha young F. I can't say his name and his H bar request. So I already have H bar requests are charted here. I think my nose itches really bad right now. Oh no, I don't. Never mind. Hold on. All right, so that one looks like a bit like a falling wedge. You're bouncing right there. Watch for a retest of 36 cents. You're gonna want to try and bounce here. So watch for a good strong bounce. Okay, ban who? Whoa, 3M. I'm about to shut the whole stream down at 49 likes. Yo, yo, this comment on TikTok is out of line. This man said, "Go to YouTube and like his live if you want to see him eat old bread." What? Get out of here, dude. Are you looking at not 192 support if SQ breaks? I actually went over SQ. I'll go over it one more time here, just a little bit. Okay, so someone's about to get banned. So I'm actually looking at 3M for a big bounce here. I saw I think this goes with Zoom. So just like with Zoom, guys, I do see it is at a major support and has been falling here for quite some time. I'm anticipating anywhere above 182. And that's just the level that we broke in the first place to reach this low. But you'll also go back and see that I believe pre-COVID levels. So we're almost bouncing off of pre-COVID. And you see here on COVID, we fall. And then as the virus kind of takes shape, you see major move to the upside and then falling once again. So I don't want to, but I unfortunately do feel that, oh God, um, that we are going to potentially pull back or potentially have virus worries that could put them back up. But I do think that you'll see a bounce. I would watch for 182, 181 break to the upside. So um, this is fucked up. That was a joke. No, I'm just gonna throw this shit at the whiteboard. How about that? Oh my god. Oh god. All right. Fuck. Well, fuck. Let me finish charting shit. Peyton, this is your fucking fault. What the fuck? Oh, I just forgot how to chart all of a sudden. Man, these requests seem all of a sudden too hard. I don't think I can do it. Fuck. All right. So, I'm gonna eat it now. All right. What site do I use to try? I use Benzinga Pro and TradingView. Hold on. Can I get some water? Yep. Yo, Peyton. These people are making me eat this bread. Will you bring me some water? What's that? Please. I don't know what. You know how I feel about bacon. And I mean, tell me you didn't smell something like that in middle school. In the locker room. They're literally they're like we did 50 likes. Now if I don't do it, I'll be a loser.
I appreciate it, guys. I put a lot of work and time into that sandwich. I toasted it.
The stream is gonna stop in 3, 2, 1. Hey, go look at these people's comments. They don't even care about charting anymore. They're just trying to get me to eat this stupid piece of bread. Look at him. He says everyone stop listening to the chat is waiting for him to put it to fucking. All right. If this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, it doesn't matter if it was warm or not. All right, I gotta eat this nasty ass bread, dude, because I don't even know why I'm doing this. I could just quit trading stocks and not have to do this. Eat it on a hammer. All right, you know what? You guys get to look at that. Like, look at the chunks.
It's bacon.
It's yummy in your tummy. No. What are you willing to do for 60 likes? Y'all are weird. All right, man.
I hope you like it.
Just, oh, bro.
For all of this trouble, I hope you like it.
Oh my
It smells weird, but it tasted good. I thought it was good.
No. Out of my mouth. No. I'm sorry, y'all. That's so fucking gross.
It smells like onion.
It tastes exactly how it smells. Take that away, please. Burn it. Just set it on fire. Throw the whole dish away. It's okay. Water. No, sir. Oh my God. All right, you guys got me one. That was the most unpleasant. I'm sorry. I'm sure that was good to someone else. That's not mine. It's not my taste. Wow. Oh, it's stuck in my teeth. Oh, you can't mix jelly and onions. Listen, if listen, if I was trying to heal a wound in the Civil War, you know, like that, that's maybe what I would slather on a wound. But uh, that was a good. That was so good. Ooh, ooh. All right. New Sunday challenge. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't even see that. So nope. So it's a little bit early in the game, but I would actually speculate to see this one pull back down here to $60. So support is right around there, $60. So look at me sliding that stock into the brain. Any uh FDIC FDIC. Yeah, no, listen, it's the YouTubers, it's not the TikTokers. That's right. YouTube TikTokers didn't get me into that situation, so do pork bellies. After seeing that, I don't know if I can even train tomorrow. Shameless thing. Um so watch for this break of support. But that one's pretty clear there. So all right, what else? Lay it on me. Please, anything but that sandwich. Fammy. So Fammy's still holding that supposed cup and handle. You're sitting on oh god. They're sitting on that 9-day moving average. That little cup and handle there. So I actually went over this one. I don't remember, but I just remember what the fuck I said. Sorry, I'm like cursing now. That sandwich just took all of the goodness out of me. But inverse head and shoulders. So you see a nice shoulder there, head there, shoulder here, 208 EMA. So watch for a strong bounce. I would say at that 208 EMA. Look how it's lined up with that support. So I would say 3386. So yeah, so 3386. Watch for a bounce and breakout for a cup and handle there. So how long did I go? Here's square. So this is what I'm anticipating here for square. Now we did swing into this. So if we're red on this one, if I lose on this one, I lose on this one. And that is that. My hard stop loss, no matter what, if we gap down below it, I'll have to manage my risk or I'll have to manage the trade in itself. But I will say that if we hold, and I would say 235 is the bottom line, below 235, and we're going to see a pullback more than likely to the 230 level. Otherwise, I am anticipating a potential ascending triangle. Bounce here. So I'll just show you what I'm thinking. So bounce here. Um, a gap down would be preferred. The reason being is gap downs usually can lead to bullish movement because you have to work your way up. So here you can see RSI oversold, momentum indicator about to curl over to the other side. So look right here. Check and hold on, let me show you guys. I have bacon stuck in my lung. So on this one, I'm suspecting to run up back up to that high. You do have a nice gap here that I want to fill. And that's one of the reasons why. But you'll also notice that here on so right here, when it bounces, right, it does so right there. Look where we're at. Same thing. So I'm hoping to see similar movement. We could see a weak Monday, low volume, but as long as we move up, we'll hold that swing and roll it out and go in ahead and take that strike for the 250. So, but there you go. So Visa, that was another one that was done here. Wow, what crazy movement this thing ended up having. What a big nose you have. Okay, so oof, shoulder. Um, start over. Yeah, that definitely doesn't look good. Okay, so not bad, not anything. Okay, so let me tell you guys something about big corps, big stocks, big fundamental stocks like Visa. Oftentimes when retail sees let me just put it this way. I don't care if a stock breaks support, I'm still not going to short it. Unless there's news to actually drive it down, I'm not shorting it. And the reason being is because retail is too obsessed with 200-day EMAs, golden crossovers. That shit is irrelevant. That stuff is irrelevant because if you go look at Microsoft, right? When Microsoft was having, and this is actually a little bit off, when Microsoft was breaking support multiple times, right? Right here. So let's pull this back up. So you can see there's days where it broke support a couple of days and it scared retail. People were like, oh my God, Microsoft trading like crap. And guess who was buying this dip? Nancy Pelosi. So when you go look at Visa, this could be another situation where buyers are big buyers are stepping up on Visa. So above 233 on Visa. And I actually would suspect to see a considerable move. You could actually change gears and move to the upside. You did have a bullish pattern that you broke out of to the upside, but not really a ton of positive momentum to drive you past that. So there you go, right there. And yeah, so you did break to the upside. You currently are trying to basically get back above that daily trend line. So you're close. Do okay. Hold on 1 second. So I just saw something else. That's one of the most important things here. Here's a gap. So you do have a very, very small gap. Now look at where this gap takes you. The 9-day moving average, the 20-day moving average. So that is more than likely 227 is where I would watch Visa to pull back to or gap down to. If we gap down as a market whole, I say we run Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So can you please do TSM? It will clear the taste out of your mouth. Good one. Yeah, I will for sure. AXP was next. If I missed your ticker above, guys, please go ahead and comment and let me know. So with American Express, obviously moving in that financial sector as well. I'm going to go to the 4 hour here. Yep. Okay. So I was thinking I might be crazy there, but no, I'm not. Okay. So there you go. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's better. So I was curious if that was going to be at an angle. Nope. Okay, so right here you are going for your third tap. this is one that you don't want to break. You don't want to move to the downside. You do want to either gap down a little and then push back up immediately. But otherwise, you very much obviously need to see a break of 177. 177 and 179. And then, of course, you do have a psychological number. I would say on the daily, it doesn't look really terrible, but you do notice that the RSI and the MACD are showing a decline in momentum. So you would need to roll over, and you can kind of see how it makes similar moves here. So you may see a little bit of a pullback, maybe to around 170, 171, but that right now is your current excuse me, bullish goal to the upside. Um, what do I think about holding? If you guys want to hang out, guys, I'm going to just hop on. I'm on YouTube right now, but I will once I close YouTube down, I'll hang out. Um, yes, so my charts are going to be. I pay for premium. So I do suspect that if you don't have aftermarket data, which is $2, you don't have to spend the full dollars, but it is $2. So you can get that extra data. Hey bro, don't forget me at the end. Check out the TTM squeeze. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You are in the Discord, so let's prioritize that one. So I already have this one charted. I didn't know that one that I did some past. Thank you, past Garrett. But so I think if I remember correctly, I was calling obviously the rounded bottom, super obvious. The 20-day EMA was the goal. Previous level, so that previous support there, that's 113. Gonna want to smoke 113, hit that 114 level. This is gonna be tough to break through, but if you do bounce, you could see considerable upside. But I will say you are not out of the woods. And if you do not make it back above that support and back into the 113, 114s, this could very easily move to the downside. The TTM squeeze, like you're mentioning, is rolling over and it is firing off, showing that there could be a potential strong move to the upside. So, earnings being right around the corner, it wouldn't be far fetched to maybe think or speculate that on an earnings move, you'll see a direct move up into this high. And if TradingView does not, if this thing keeps putting back this damn currency, I don't need. I know what currency I use. Damn it. But anyway, that's kind of what I suspect there. 125 would likely be a new high for ABBVI. So or VI or whatever ABBV. So looks good though, Adam. It really does. Um, and really it's one of those ones that's so close in range and so close to major supports that it could make for a really good play to the upside if it moves in your favor. So I'll actually set an alert on that one. And another thing that I'm going to be doing here, guys, I can't do it right now. I'm a little bit late, but for the Discord members, and you guys are going to like this one. This is going to be for your people in the Discord. When you guys give me your request at night, I'm actually going to be webhooking them into the chat. So when my key levels on your stocks go off, it'll literally send you an alert specifically, as well as everybody else in the chat. But I am going to be doing that going forward. I just need some time to set it up. But it's just as easy as typing in and your Discord name and web hooking that in. So if you guys are in the Discord, I will be doing that in the future. So that way, if you guys forget about something, or if you're curious and you forget, or whatever the case may be, you'll get an alert. I think it's about 25 seconds delay, but still pretty useful. All right. Ascat, I already did. I hope I said that right. I already did Affirm. If you want to go back and check that one out. All right. So TSM and Plug are the next ones here. So TSM again. I don't know which charts. I don't have charted at this point. So you are at your 1, 2, 3, fourth support bounce. And unfortunately, you did not really get the type of move you would like to see on a bounce. You did see a rejection of the 9-day moving average. Not very harsh, not a lot of volume, but you did see a small rejection. I think the goal here is going to be holding this support and getting above the 112 price mark on TSM. If you could do so, you do have some gaps, very small gaps, but gaps nonetheless, all the way around 117.50 and 117.65. Looking down at the 4 hour, you can see that it does have, although it did reject, it does have a flag type setup. So in anticipation of that, I would say, like I said before, anywhere above that 112 level, more than likely you're going to see a move to the upside. So um, my Discord is $60 a month. So there's a it's full right now. Sorry. I'm pretty sure I just checked that before I got on live. I can check it again before I get off, but I'm pretty sure we're filled up until the next series of trial members, unless we have a couple people who have canceled, and that happens. A lot of people aren't ready, they're brand new, and they realize they're a little bit over their head, so they back out, which I encourage people to do. If it's not right for you, then you need to obviously wait till you can utilize the tools. Tools are only useful if you know how to use them and get the job done. But yeah, so okay, so anyway, we got TSM, nice move there. How much is my OnlyFans? That one's custom, depends on the content. No, 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 no. No, my Discord is not 250 a month. Grace, my Patreon is 250, and that is one-on-one access to me, 24/7. So, and 24/7 within, obviously weekends, sometimes I'm gonna be busy, but texting me, and especially if you have questions like, what is your this indicator, this, I'm going to send you a video reporting back. Also, I do video breakdowns for you, specifically your charts. That's more like people want extra time from me, that is obviously valuable. So but that also comes with 6 months in the chat. But no, not 250 a month. That's extremely unreasonable for just the Discord. Okay, so pen, wait, hold on. TSM, pen was next. I'm making my way downtown, walking fast. um I actually close my Discord off quite often to avoid that, and I don't at all actually. Um, I did the mathematical to a full years. If you do, okay, word. Um, All right, so Penn actually broke my support. I'm kind of bearish on Penn right now. The only thing that it could be its saving grace is a quick reversal off of 70, but below 70. Unfortunately, you can see the 200 is weighing that stock down at the moment. You do have a bit of a divergence on the TTM, but that one could just as easily re-roll over to the downside. So so I did the mathematical corruption, corruption to the full years. If you do, any request on YouTube, yeah, I'm on YouTube right now. So if you guys are lot trying to get any of your tickers charted, are my Kalo? No, I'm not Kalo. Who's that? Um, all right, so let's do pen. Finish up pen here. Yeah, so you're gonna need a very quick reversal and a move back up above $78 to stay bullish on that one. URI, United Rentals. I do believe that I did this one previously, and I love when the resistance line up like that. Unfortunately, this one does look pretty pretty bearish, at least in terms of a reversal pattern. Uh, that doesn't mean anything crazy. You have seen United Rentals, especially from 2020 until now, just absolutely scream from the 100. I mean, geez, like look at that right there. From the COVID dump of $70 all the way back up to 368. I think that's actually 370. So honestly, anywhere below, and I would just set the mark around 335. Anywhere below 335, 330, you're likely going to see a trip back down. You guys, I don't know why you're coming in here. Better not have no bread. Separate yourself. I give you the bread, and this is the bread you return to me. Am I still burping bacon jam? Yeah, it feels like it.
Exactly.
Uh, how long has this been live? For 1 hour and 54 minutes, which means we have a very limited amount of time left before I gotta go to bed, which means that I will be on tomorrow morning, bright and early. Catch me live. I will likely be on YouTube around 8 rather than 8:30, and I'm gonna try to start moving the lives till like 7:30. That way people can also get tickers charged in the morning. But I should be on a little bit earlier tomorrow if I don't get to your ticker. Apple has already been done. URI has already been done. How much? He asked me how much of my OnlyFans. That's funny. Um, okay. Uh, I'll look at go to. Um, oh my god, that one needs some milk. It needs some calcium because this shit got hurted. Oh my god. He's on X Games mode. This looks really bad, dude. I don't know what this company did wrong or who they hurt, but unless this is split, there is literally like there is high volume, but you know the price obviously the price is relatively low. Um, I just don't really see. I see one. Let's see, what is that? One. Let me get rid of all my EMAs. Yeah, so obviously you have a massive gap. I honestly don't know anything about this. I would start digging into the fundamentals. Um, do I do pre-market lives on YouTube? I do. Yep, I am live every single day. Um, so I always do make that money. What are we watching for Monday? Right now, I've got my eyes on Square. We'll watch Oracle, all that good stuff for some potential continuation. I kind of been seeing a pullback, but we'll see what happens there. AMC, there's a couple of different. Lulu was on my watch list. Microsoft is going to be on my watch list. Yeah, there's the BA is on my watch list, so there's a multitude of different setups. It's the open tomorrow that I'm really looking to narrow it down. And I'll be honest with you guys. You guys want my like I can do all of these setting up, but unless the stocks have you know what would eliminate most losses for scalpers or day traders is if they only waited for some type of movement. And I actually took a screenshot here, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and guys hop if you're on TikTok, hop into the YouTube. I'm gonna have to shut this down really quickly. I gotta look at something. Um, okay, so real quick, I know you guys don't have much time left, so I wanna go ahead and not waste too much of it, but I just want to read out, okay, just a really, really quick clip of like some things that will move um a stock, right? So catalyst, right? Financial results, top line results, of course, crypto news for crypto stocks, big name PR, announcement plans, cancer news, public offerings, revenue increase, pivotal phase 3 type news with like obviously FDA, exclusive collaboration, share repurchase, insider buying, positive result phase two, and these are obviously medical, COVID vaccine, um, uh, very seldomly patent news, anything related to Alzheimer's. I literally have been writing down the type of momentum catalyst that people should be looking for. Because at the end of the day, if you were to only day trade stocks that have real fundamental catalysts, you would find the success rate rise. Because obviously you'd have to know and be able to identify, okay, Oracle, right? Partnering with Italy, that kind of thing. Yeah, you're definitely going to see some movement off of that. So that type of fundamental news, which can obviously be there's a ton of different scenarios in which that can play out, but that would heighten, so I will set up a watch list for potential targets that I know will get filled, but oftentimes it will be a news article or the market in general that will rally around the stock. Um, Earning news and flow. There you go. I use flow very seldomly, but it can be very useful. So, okay. So sorry. So go to just kind of looks really bad right now, man. It really probably needs some type of news catalyst to either side. So cute. Oh, sorry. People on TikTok are like, what the fuck? Um, okay. There you go. What do we? Hold on. I'm just looking at your guys' request. You are on a QDEL Discord. AMD. Okay, cool. So QDEL looks like it just opened up a little smaller time frame channel, maybe. Okay, so that's a pretty gnarly rejection right there. You'd honestly want to see a reversal here immediately. Otherwise, if you close and push this lower moving out, because a lot of people, and I wouldn't. Okay, so it doesn't quite qualify as a dark cloud cover, but it sure does come close. So what you do is you gap up and immediately just dump back to that 9-day moving average. So for me, I would anticipate, especially that spike in volume there, I would anticipate another leg down. Maybe not like a major leg down here, but you can see. In fact, this is where I would anticipate that leg down right there. So watch for this drop to 134.15. Anywhere below that, and you're gonna start heading towards support. So okay, guys, I'm gonna start finishing up here. No, you didn't miss plugs. It's 7:30. I'll try and be on as early as possible. Thoughts on November 19th NVIDIA 2010 calls? I'll take a look at it here. And I'm gonna go ahead and all right, fuel cell is the last one. Unfortunately, guys, because I gotta get to bed too, so I can be up early. Um, and be listening to the live. So all right. Oh no, Adam, yo, that is hilarious. I didn't see that. If you want a boss bacon onion jam, let me know. You are a chef. That's super badass. I need Oh my god, dude. That's pretty cool. All right, I had to look at that. Um, I'll look at the OBELF. I'll look at that in just a moment here. Let me keep going with the ones I was on. So anyway, that's QDEL. Um, you've got a pretty key level. 130, 150. All right. Yeah, I am live though every morning. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning too. So. Apparently I've already done something on this. Let's see what I did. Okay. Ooh, hot damn. I don't know if you guys remember. I can almost remember what I was talking about here. I was talking about the potential of rejecting this downtrend and going to fill your gap if you do. It looks like you did not. It looks like you broke out, retest, and then another snap up. So I would say looking at this movement here, um, not the most bullish move to the upside, I have to admit, but I do see nope. Sometimes that shit just does not look good. All right, let's go to the 4 hour here and see what we're working with. All right, so you finished the day with a relatively decent looking flag here. Maybe a little retest of 76. How's your volume looking? Your volume's building up here. Your MACD is wanting to roll over, and your RSI is kind of cooked, and your TTM is about to roll over as well. You also are building, more or less I would say more of a reversal pattern than a continuation pattern. You can see that here. So my thoughts, again, you guys see me all the time drawing these wedges, but I see them quite consistently. So that's one. Yeah, so that's kind of what I would be anticipating there. Something along those lines. Chip shortage is old news. Yeah, it's just about production means now. All right. Fuel cell and then plug. I know plug was one. Um, so we did see a breaking downtrend, fat push here, big pullback, flat line, holding that very same support, and that's kind of what we're looking at here. I think this is technical bias right here. You see technical buyers step up, and then institutions probably just pull that sucker right back down. Currently building more or less, I would say close to a bear flag. Let's see. Yep. That's pretty gnarly, but so you did break this little downtrend here, I think. Hold on one second. I was wrong. Never mind. There we go. Okay, so this is your support, and if you break it basically below 621, might have a little pullback there, but you are on a little bit of a launch pad. So if you can see a significant pop there and hit 650, I'd say you're going to take a trip to that 685 level right here, where you're likely going to see your next test of resistance. So, um, you guys can, you get Adam, you could just send me stuff from your restaurant and I'll just eat it on Sundays. We'll just do like some Sundays challenge. Send me weird food from wherever you live and I'll eat it. We'll, and I'll just start a whole new YouTube channel. So Plug has, I think, what is going to end up faking out retail. Uh, I would just wait for, I think this is what you got. Nothing serious, but I would say a little tap back here, 2660, maybe 2665, and then maybe another leg up there. But that is what I see there. You very well could go leg up one more time, maybe 2776. But you'll notice here the TTM rolling over, MACD almost giving you that sell signal, RSI very high. So really below, I would say below $27. You're going to see a little pullback there. So. All right. I did affirm. All right, guys, I'm getting to the end of the line here. There's NVIDIA. There's a smaller time frame support here. So this one actually looks a little bit like Square, but honestly, this is just the short-term move that I see. So obviously a bounce at 205. If you can hold that level, that's where I'd watch. You can see TTM again, MACD again, and RSI both looking as if they could bounce. So NVIDIA 210 calls though, probably not a terrible idea given the fact that you do have a 214 and a 215.72 gap to fill to the upside. But of course, market conditions have everything to do with that. So make sure you have a nice tight stop loss on anything or something of that nature. Um, so OBELF. Um, yeah, you're gonna pull back. You'll pull back. So watch for a pullback to 350. That's where I would suspect. Yes. What is her fever? Is she hot again? What are you doing? Okay.
I tried to get her to take the chewy tablet. Shoot,
Okay.
I could go buy some this morning.
Yeah, just buy some new ones. All right. All right. Well, sponge candy, what's my PO box? I don't have one. Is that gross? I'll go make a PO box though. Of course, yeah. Yeah, so I think I've covered I feel like 100 stocks here. So I see Dollar General and TMC. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I see Allo there. I'm not skipping anybody on purpose, guys. Hopefully you guys don't feel like I am. So Dollar General is one of my original crackhead charts that I've tripped out on for quite a long time. And the reason being is because, and again, I show this every time anybody ever asks me about Dollar General. Um, let's see here. Oh, you know what? I just confused myself. I meant Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is the one that I always wig out on because when I show people my Dollar Tree chart, I really feel like that guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But I drew this like years ago, or actually a year ago, and I was exploring market structure and seeing how well, and literally drew it for this reason. This is a rising wedge reversal pattern, meaning the stock is going to rise up and then eventually pull back down. Beautiful. I mean, I really don't understand like how. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I think that market makers have a structure or something of that nature, or it's just so psychologically strong. The only thing that I was off on was my resistance. My resistance should have been a little bit higher, but that is literally a rising wedge reversal to a T, reversing all the way back down to those previous lows. But so looking at Dollar General, considering the fact that they both run in tandem, you can see the same setup here as well, just a little bit cleaner. So if you go look at Dollar Tree actually saw a massive move to the upside. Right now, you see Dollar Tree is smack up against that 9-day moving average. And then again, you also have, I would say, almost like an hourly cup and handle here. Um, so this one, and with Dollar Tree, you can tell whenever it does have good momentum on its side. Usually the sector in general is going to be pushing. Um, but with Dollar General, I haven't watched it really with the way that it moves. One of the reasons why I never did play Dollar General, the only time that I played Dollar General was after COVID. After the COVID dump, I played Dollar General for almost a year. Or not even a year, maybe about 6 months in this range here. And after that, you can see it didn't give me the moves that I wanted to continue moving to the upside. It just continuously kept pulling back and just not showing good solid continuation. So it's not a stock that I usually trade, but overall it does look like it has a good chance to bounce back at these levels and potentially go for a retest and uh excuse me, and a retest of downtrend, and that retest I think would likely come around 210. So did anybody ask me with is this what time is this is the tomorrow morning stream starting? Uh I don't know. Oh, sorry. I'll be on guaranteed by 8:30, but I'm trying to get on around 8 o'clock tomorrow. So 8 o'clock Eastern time. So, um, I will DM me if you. I'll have a PO box soon. But anyway, hopefully you guys had your tickers looked at. I'm trying to see if I missed any of them, but JetBlue looks like hot dog water right now, to be honest with you. Honestly, the way that it looks right now is not great. You do have a gap that got filled and it immediately just dumped afterwards. Um, there you go. So pretty bearish in my opinion. So you're right there. You're pretty much at the point where you're either going to flush below 1540 and head back down to the $15 level. So Allo, I mean, what the heck is this? That crazy dog. Can you tweet the Disney and Affirm charts? Yeah, I think I can do that. Oh my God, that thing needs straight calcium. Dumping from $24 all the way to fucking 1240. Whatever they did, they're in deep shit. And I would just turn your back on them like Scar, straight up. They've never even been this low. Since October 18th, they now have made it to a new low. I don't know what they did. Uh Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, I have no idea. This is fundamental. I do day trade. I day trade. So we have day traders and penny traders and swing traders. We have admins that do all sorts of things. Heck Diesel is more of a day trader, trend trader. I'm not to define him. He may feel differently. Big Stepper's definitely going to be a scalper, like literally him, Manny, Justin, big scalps, quick scalps, big more size, less stocks. That's what they're looking for there. Me, momentum trading, swing trading, ADHD, kind of move all over the place, but mostly focused on trend momentum and trend trading. So I'll trade penny stocks if they have good news, and I'll trade whatever really. But for the most part, I like my core is centered around swing trading. Of course, that took time to be able to deviate from my original strength, but I do day trade and swing trade as well. So sorry. So TNC thoughts. Unfortunately, my friend, I really, 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 really want this to go up because I know that there's a lot of people in this particular stock, and I know why. So I already have a chart for you. So you do have and what is the stock that Starboy is trading? IVC? IVC, okay? They're both as soon as, and I promise you, market makers are following this stuff, guys. They have, they will think about it. Okay, let's pretend we're market makers now. Okay, we're market makers, and you're seeing the climate of the market change and retail shifting, and now everything's online. Why wouldn't you just hire someone to scrape Twitter to find out who has the biggest following and what are they talking about. And once you do that, it's not that hard to start tapering that stock or pushing it down when it gets to those new highs, killing the sentiment, but still setting up the play. So in this case with TNC, You have the gap, you have the short interest, you have all of that stuff. But the fact of the matter is that it is well contained at the moment, and that's the best way I would describe it. In the meantime, $4, you have a little tap of 432. So just have this setup in your mind and watch for the resistance to get broken. So the watch list for tomorrow, I've got SQ. I do have Roku. Let me pull up the rest here. Um SPWR is on the watch list, but of course I'll update you guys on that one. Lulu, Square, Roku, um, yeah, that's about it. Lulu, Square, Roku, Oracle will be on there as well, but we'll check it out. Nice doing it all. I usually try to swing trade, but I don't watch them. I'll be honest with you guys. There's something wrong with me. Like, I don't really recommend that people deviate from what works until you very much feel confident. And when you do deviate from it, do it with caution. I feel that my one of my biggest and if you're like this, then maybe try it. But one of my biggest downfalls in school was not being able to focus and constantly wanting to learn what else was out there. And one of the things, and I'll leave you guys with this, is one of the most of the professional traders that I've talked to or I've listened to have all said one thing, and it's that you should know what everybody does. You should know what Forex does. Study it. You don't have to trade it. Learn about it. You need to learn about commodities. You need to learn how each one of these markets ebb and flows and pushes back against one another and the ripple effects. And you can do the same thing with options. And you can do the same thing like when you're evaluating, you don't have to know about covered calls, but you should know when the best opportunities to sell them is because, or like when the best opportunity is to sell them, because that is obviously going to give you an opportunity to look for those opportunities as a no buys like signal, but to know what everybody is doing or to know what the general um strategies are is a better insight into how you fit into that picture and where you need to be. So if you have something that you have found that it worked for you, even if it was dumb luck, go back and look at it. The only way you're going to get better is by looking at the charts. And most of the people won't do it because they feel like they can't. And they see people, and I promise you, don't be discouraged by watching me chart. It literally came from me being wrong consistently. If you guys go look at my Simple Stacks profile, I have put out 486 videos. That's insane. That's thousands of hours, and I would say 25% of those were like at the beginning were stocks that one I'd never traded before or was just getting used to. And I would make a video and go back and be like, shit, like hold on. And it just took that going back and looking and being like being okay with being wrong and being okay with going back and trying to learn from your mistakes. And the bottom line is, whenever you're charting, you're going to be wrong. You're going to be wrong. I'm wrong, but I am hyper focused on trying to be right, not for anybody else but myself, to get better, to figure out how things trade. And that's why they always say timing the market versus time in the market. And the more time in the market, the better time that you'll have timing the market. That felt very confusing leaving my mouth, but it made sense in my brain. But anyway, there is a lot out there, guys, and the way that you're going to find a strategy is by simply focusing on your availability and your personality. Let me tell you something that not a lot of people are going to tell you. You are not, you may not be a scalper. And as soon as you feel that, stop doing it. If you get nervous, if you get hyperventilate, or if you start hyperventilating, if you start panicking and forgetting your plan, maybe that's not what you need to be doing, and that's okay. And until you're willing to say, all right, maybe this isn't what I should be doing, even if you see people making considerable gains, yeah, somebody's going to be able to buy 25 contracts. of Nvidia and scalp it and make $1,200 or $5,000. But that doesn't mean that you can. And your risk and your mind and your gut are going to tell you whether you should listen to it, stop fighting it. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're not smart. It doesn't mean that you can't do this. It just means that you're not ready to step into that zone. And there are no higher or lower levels. There's just different ways to make money. Think about it like a company. There are different positions here. You're a swinger. Well, hold on, pause. You're a swing trader. You're a day trader. You're a trend trader. You're a penny trader. You're a momentum trader. There. You sell premiums, whatever the case is. Yes, I love trading view for charting. Um, but with all that being said, guys, being real with yourself and saying, okay, what am I comfortable with doing? Can I buy a contract at night? Figure out what a good trend looks like, what a good bounce off support looks like, where supports, where these things may happen, and then figure out how your trading strategy fits in. If it's a gap fill, maybe you swing into the next day and then you look to day trade that gap fill and take profit. That's a strategy. You can figure that one out. So no one which knows which ways it's going to go. And I know what you mean. The more you chart, the better you get. Exactly. Exactly. The more that you do this, the better okay, I say this all the time. Pattern recognition is built into your DNA. If you're a human and you're watching me right now, excuse me to the dogs and cats, but you are actually, most animals are good at pattern recognition. Humans, especially, patterns within their own behavior, others' behavior, patterns within nature, patterns within colors, and patterns on charts. So, those are things to keep in mind. When you're getting ready to trade or you're just starting to trade, there's all of these like hype trains and everyone's screaming, let's get rich. That's distraction. Lean away from that. So, anyway, that's it. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful evening. Those of you on YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. We'll be live tomorrow. Thank you guys again for making me eat that disgusting bread. I appreciate that. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. It wasn't that bad. And yeah, shoot me a DM if you guys need anything. Uh, kind of, Um, go look at the YouTube. If you want to look at, if you want any, if you, just go watch the YouTube that I dropped, that I'm dropping right now. So, TMC has it. It's just making a falling wedge there. So, what impacts the value of the dollar? What happened to TAI? Thank you guys. Oh no! If you want to watch Aaron Kokoda, just go to the YouTube, and the whole live is recorded. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Excuse me. Sorry. Y'all have a good night. See you tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock, 8:15 Eastern time. So bye guys.